Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a gold turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Texas Longhorns.
First and 10.
Get the first crack at it here. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Looking to move it through the air. And the senior would love to have that one back, just a little too much on the pass. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, baby.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Longhorns are flying down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fix can slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he's looking into the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. So Miami's offense will get the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
They'll try the right side. And the Canes will move the sticks. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll put the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle.
And he breaks into the open. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. They're bringing heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Getting set for the point after.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Flores. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Movement here from the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, picked off.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He lost one down the sideline, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the left. Oh, he left him grabbing. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game. All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Going for 6. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Canes will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold.
Looking deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Here's the handoff. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's back to throw on second down. Hits the spin cycle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Canes are rolling down the field. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They finally make the stop at the big run. He's plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They ran it on first down, now on second. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Canes have taken it inside the 20. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Flores. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Wants to go up top. It's complete! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Canes!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Texas! What a catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on second down. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to go up top on first down. Going up top. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to pass on second down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He wants to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1. Take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on second down. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Gets it out fast. Delivers the contact. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll leave it with him. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and short, the power run here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So now they're staring at a second and long from their 20. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try the run. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Nash. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Longhorn. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Nash. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something that...
Afterburners coming. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On second down, wants to throw it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. The corners are walked up tight. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Defense might bring the house here. Fires into the end zone. Picked off.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football secure.
And it's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Longhorns! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner is stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pillow around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Flip it. Comes out throwing on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator, because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Canes want to move quickly. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
Fourth down.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Finds his tight end. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. The expressway is wide open. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball